Welcome back to the channel, guys. And what we'll be doing today is a kit review on this gear right here, which is the Valjas belt kit from Savotta. So Savotta, as I'm sure a lot of you are already aware, are a Finnish company. They make a lot of really great bomb-proof gear, a lot of it designed for military purposes, but a lot of it can also be crossed over to civilian purposes for bushcrafting, backpacking, that sort of thing. So they recently brought out the Valjas belt system, all the different pouches, harnesses, belts and stuff like that, which I'm going to go through on this review. So full transparency, I didn't pay for this gear. Savotta actually sent me this gear over. However, as per standard, I'll give it an honest review based on my findings and how I think this gear would perform. So there's two kind of basic setups that they've got for their gear. The first one is for a set of belt kit, which you can see here, based on a H harness and a utility belt with 3 pads. And the other one is kind of like a shooter's belt or battle belt, and that's based on a lightweight X harness and a combat belt with a singular belt pad on there. And I'm going to go through those setups now. I'm going to talk about the pouches and the capacity of the pouches, what they can carry, that sort of thing. So first I'm going to talk about the belt kit setup. Also known as a set of webbing in some countries like the UK. So this is based on a H harness here, which is very lightweight. There's no padding on the shoulder straps, as you can see there, but it does a good job of spreading the load because that's a relatively wide shoulder strap there. On the back of the harness, you've got a hook and loop field there, so you could add an ID panel, or you could like have the Ranger Eyes type luminous patches, things like that. And it affixes to the belt then using the D-rings that are built into the belt system. So on these D-rings then, what you've got, these are actually attached to the belt pads that go onto the belt, so it's not actually part of the belt. And what you've got is 3 D-rings. One of them's just tucked in on this one. I've just tucked it out the way, just there. So there's 3 D-rings on each belt pad. So there's 3 there, and then 3 over here. And the H harness has a 4-point attachment system. But what this does is it enables you to use like a PLC yoke or similar that has a 6-point attachment system. And it also gives you options of where you can attach your yoke. So going into the pouches then, what you've got from left to right is 2 ammo pouches. These are the 5.56 ammo pouches, and they hold 2 magazines in each. And what they've got is a tuck tab like so. So it's silent operation, and it just tucks underneath into the little pocket there. If you want to have it so you can quickly just tap the pouch closed, what you can do is use the Velcro then, just open up the Velcro like so, and just tap it like that. Okay, so that's the ammo pouches. What you've got here then is a 4x3 utility pouch. So it's 3 across molle panels and 4 deep. And this is a nice, decent sized pouch, as you can see, double zippers. And then I've got in here a British Army issued water bottle and a metal mug. That fits in there with space. And then at the back of the pouch, what I've got is there's like a little slip pocket there, and I've got my marker panel just tucked in the back there, so there's space to actually fit something else extra as well, a water bottle. On the back, the rear pouch then in the centre, I've got exactly the same pouch. It's a 4x3 utility pouch, and in this one I've got my 24 hours rations. So this is a broken down 24-hour ration pack that easily fits in there, and then one of the issued BCB stoves. So that fits into the slip panel in the back there easily. You can just stuff it in there. And then what you've also got actually on these pouches is 2 elastic sort of keepers So these can just be held, you know, these can just hold other items in there, things like glow sticks, torches, whatever you need to put in there. So that all fits in there absolutely easily, and there's actually space in there to fit a few other items if you needed to. Okay, next pouch along then, what I've got is my IFAK. So I've just got a completely full out IFAK there. So Israeli bandage, tourniquet, shears, gloves, quick clot, all that all fits in there easy. And again, there's space in that pouch if I wanted to fit anything else in. Coming across, you've got a slightly smaller pouch. So this is a 3x3 pouch. So 3 columns by 3 rows. And then what you've got in here, this is all the stuff that I want to kind of get to quickly, mainly for my rifle. So I've got a rifle cleaning kit in there, a sling, a speed charger, and I've got a little backup torch. And then again, this is set up in a similar way to the other pouches where you've got a slip pocket there with some elastic points, rifle oil, and some ear defenders there. Okay, so coming across from there then, last pouch I've got on the belt is a tourniquet pouch. So this fits an issued cut in there perfectly. This has actually got elasticated sides on it as well. So if you was to put something slightly larger in there, it's going to expand out, but that fits issued tourniquet in there perfectly. Like so, and it's closed with a Velcro sleeve. Okay, looking at the back of the webbing then, what we've got, you can see the 3 belt pads there then. These actually link in to the pouches as well as the belt. It's got loops that fit around. See this bit here, there's a loop there that goes around the belt, and then you've got molle panels at the bottom of each of these belt pads as well. So what happens is the pouches, actually the molle goes through underneath the belt and then through this molle system here, and the whole thing locks in so that it just doesn't move. And then you've got the 3 pads there, and they've got like a rubberized texture to them, so that will stop movement or help prevent movement as you're running around and stuff. And the belt itself then, this is what they call their utility belt, and it's got basically holes. It's basically 2 pieces of webbing sewn together, and what you've got is the channels that are formed by the 2 pieces of material with the stitch in there. So you pass the actual strapping through the gap between the 2 pieces of webbing, and then through the belt pads there. And then you can see the H harness that basically holds all the webbing together there. So what we have here then is the battle belt or war belt setup. So this is a much more lightweight setup for the kit, and this is used for if you're going to use it in conjunction with body armour and carry sort of like another load of ammunition on the front of your body armour and other items, or if you're just in a role where you don't need to carry so much kit as your average infantryman. So then this setup is established on the X harness. So this is an even lighter weight harness, more simple harness, and it's got a bungee system in the centre at the top. So what that does, this is designed to be worn under body armour, and this gives a bit of flexibility as you're moving around. Also what you've got is the combat belt. So this is a slightly different belt from the utility belt, and this is actually more rigid. This is the inner belt, the combat belt here. This is more rigid, so it's got a 3rd ply, a central, more rigid strand within the belt. And what that does is if you have a pistol mounted to the belt, it gives it more rigidity, so the belt doesn't bend or fold. So in here then, you've got a 3rd stronger ply right in the centre there. The belt's closed with a normal Fast-X buckle, same as the other belt, and there is tidiers. There's a 1-wrap tidier on the belt there as well, just to keep the straps nice and tidy. So to go through the setup for this belt, what I've got set up here then, what I've got is 2 single AR magazine pouches, and these are closed the same way with a tuck tab, and the Velcro options there that you can open and close. So you could get a taller mag in there, I guess a 40 round magazine, and a normal 30 in there and just slap it closed like so, or you could use the tuck tab there. Then you've got a dump pouch there, so if you're doing your mag changes, you can just quickly drop that and drop your magazines in there when you're doing your mag changes. Or you could use this for dumping any number of other items in there, just as a quick sort of utility pouch. So water bottles, anything for like SSC when you're gathering information after a raid, that sort of thing. Okay, and then moving across from there, I've got a 3x3 utility pouch. So in this setup, what I've got is my IFAC, but you could use obviously that utility pouch for any number of items, things like your rifle cleaning kit, maybe a little bit of food items, anything else really. Okay, on this side here then, on the right, I've got their smoke pouch. Now this is quite unusual. You can actually change and configure this into different sizes because it's got this three-way Velcro system that you can close down like so, or up and bigger. And then you've got the strap that comes around to keep everything nice and tidy. And then to finish it off, I've got the tourniquet pouch over on the far right. Now, one thing that's a bit unusual about this belt as well is the way that the pad, this is called the slim pad, I'll show you the other side in a minute. The way it attaches is just simple via these loops. But what that allows you to do, if you've got a pouch that's got a single row of molly webbing, like the tourniquet pouch or say a 9mm pouch, you could turn that horizontally and have it mounted that way. So you could just reach around and grab something quickly. So that's just another way of mounting pouches using the loops on the belt. So the slim pad then, what I'll do is I'll flip this over. So the slim belt pad is just there, and it's got that same rubberized texture to it to help prevent slippage. And it just basically slips over the belt using the loops. But then when you add the pouches in between the loops, it anchors it in place, and it doesn't allow, it prevents the movement of the pad around the belt. Just one point on the harness and belt setup for this. I've actually improvised these paracord loops here to attach the X harness to the belt, because on this belt pad there's not actually any D-rings set up as part of the attachment points. But there's plenty of ways you can actually improvise that to attach the X harness to that slim belt pad and the combat belt. So a couple of extra pouches then that I don't have on the belt setups that I've just shown. Firstly, this is an AK magazine pouch. So exactly the same as the Armalite one, just upscaled to fit the Kalashnikov magazines. It's got exactly the same closure with a tuck tab and a Velcro option as well. And the other one I've got here then is an entrenching tool pouch. This is made out of really sturdy nylon material, because obviously it's going to get battered a bit holding an entrenching tool. Again, tuck tab with Velcro option as well, and that fits an issue ETH in there really well, absolutely perfectly. So you could attach that to the back of your webbing if it was part of your SOPs, or you could attach it to a rucksack or a day sack or something like that. The only other pouch I haven't got that they do in their line is their IFAC pouch, and they've got one that is orientated vertically and a horizontal version too, but that looks pretty decent. So pros and cons of the kit then. First pro I've got is the fact that it's absolutely bomb-proof. This is made out of very, very good materials, and you can just tell by the workmanship, pouches and all the materials, that this is going to last. Like all Savotta gear, to be honest, that's no surprise whatsoever. The second pro then is this is actually available in 4 different colour options, which is mega. So you've got this rather sexy M05 camouflage pattern here, which is great for woodland in green areas. Then you've got Multicam, which is obviously required by a lot of Western forces nowadays as the standard pattern. Then you've got olive green, and you've also got a brown colour. Now, what this allows you to do is, choose the option that's best for you, and also, especially for those plain colours, the brown and the green at the end, you could actually set up a bushcraft belt kit, I've done that myself. I've done like a little talk through my personal bushcraft belt kit a couple of years ago. I'll put the link up there. But especially, I mean, in that brown colour, that's going to suit very, very well for people that are doing bushcrafting outdoors and all that sort of stuff. So my third pro for this kit then is the fact that they've kept it nice and simple. Keep it simple, stupid, as they say in the military. But with all the little features and the robustness of this kit, that's going to make it very practical for genuine military use. Okay, cons for this gear then. I've only got one con, and that is the fact that the yokes on both systems are actually quite thin. It's basically just a piece of flat webbing. Now, this will work fine if you're wearing this underneath body armour because you don't want anything too big and bulky, but it'd be nice if they maybe offered an additional add-on shoulder piece to add a little bit more comfort if you're carrying particularly heavy loads in your webbing. It's just more of a suggestion for a product development. Best use of the kit then. So best use, as I see this gear, is blatantly for military use. This has been designed from the floor up to be used by soldiers in a military environment. So that's the primary use for this kit, but also the fact that it's available in those plain colours such as brown and green make it actually usable for people that are just going outdoors, doing bushcraft, that sort of thing. You don't have to set up a full set of belt kit like the one I've got here, but what you might want to do is just add a few pouches to a belt with maybe a knife and all your bits and pieces for making fire, you know, a folding saw, that sort of thing. It'd be really, really usable for that sort of thing, especially in those plain colours. So to summarise then, the Valjas belt kit from Savotta, it's a very, very robust, practical option for setting up a very decent set of belt kit. Obviously it's completely modular, so you can set your webbing up, your belt kit or your shooter's belt, however you see fit. The fact that it's got all those different colour options as well makes it usable for lots of different uses. And, you know, just the bottom line is this kit is bomb-proof. I'd be surprised if anything ever failed on you using this kit, even hard use, you know, for the military and stuff like that. So has anyone else out there got any of this gear from Savotta? Let me know what your opinions are on it, how you found it, you know, any good or bad points you might have about it. Put it in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for your support, everyone, especially your members, and as always, stay prepared. Big shout out to all the members that are supporting my channel. Much appreciated. Thanks, guys.